Hi everyone, and welcome to a new video by EPG-Every platform gamer. Xbox was supposed to change gaming forever, not compete, not survive, dominate, but instead Xbox became a brand defined by contradictions, unmatched ambition, followed by catastrophic mistakes, $1 billion hardware disaster, a reveal so out of touch it became a meme, and now leaked whispers of something called Xbox Helix, a platform that could end console generations forever, or finally finish Xbox for good. If you love gaming history, subscribe now, because this isn't just about Xbox, it's about the future of how all of us play games. To understand Xbox, you have to understand fear. In the late 1990s, Sony wasn't just winning gaming, they were winning the living room, and for Microsoft that was an existential threat. If PlayStation became the center of home entertainment, Windows, Microsoft's crown jewel, could become irrelevant. So Xbox wasn't born from passion, it was born from survival. Xbox's original identity, from day one, Xbox positioned itself differently. This wasn't a toy, it was a PC disguised as a console. And then came Halo. Halo didn't just sell consoles, it defined a generation. Xbox didn't win that era, but it earned them something more important: legitimacy. 2005, Microsoft made a move so aggressive it caught the entire industry off guard. They launched one full year before PlayStation 3. That single decision changed everything. This wasn't just new hardware, it was an ecosystem. For the first time in console history, gaming felt connected, and for a brief, incredible moment, Xbox was winning. But beneath that success was a flaw so severe it nearly erased the brand entirely. 3 red lights, the red ring of death, a general hardware failure caused by overheating, warped boards and solder cracking. But for gamers it meant something else. It meant betrayal. This wasn't a rare defect, it was a pattern. Friends lost consoles, launch units died, replacements failed again, and slowly trust disappeared. Microsoft spent over $1 billion fixing the issue, not for profit, but because if they didn't, Xbox wouldn't exist today. That moment scarred the brand. Even when Xbox recovered, the doubt never left. 2013 was supposed to be redemption. Instead, it became Xbox's most infamous moment. Games weren't the focus, TV was. Gamers didn't feel excited, they felt ignored. Sony didn't even need to attack, they just listened. And Xbox never recovered. If you remember watching that reveal live, drop a comment, because if you felt confused back then, you weren't alone. Here's the uncomfortable truth: Xbox didn't fail financially, it failed philosophically. Exclusives slowed, studios closed, hardware stopped being the centerpiece, and Xbox pivoted from console manufacturer to ecosystem provider. Game Pass is brilliant, but it also signals something deeper. Xbox stopped fighting the console war and started rewriting the rules. For over a decade, Phil Spencer was Xbox. When Xbox One collapsed in 2013, he was the one who stepped in to clean up the mess, not with marketing, but with trust. Under Phil Spencer, Xbox didn't just survive, it reinvented itself. Phil brought backwards compatibility to Xbox, a move no one thought was profitable, but gamers begged for. He championed cross-platform play when the industry resisted it. He helped create Xbox Game Pass, fundamentally reshaping how games are discovered, monetized and played. He led the largest acquisitions in gaming history, Bethesda and Activision Blizzard, expanding Xbox into one of the biggest publishers on earth. And most importantly, he made Xbox feel human again. T-shirts, controller reveals, talking directly to players. Phil Spencer didn't just run Xbox, he believed in it. But vision comes with consequences. Under Phil's leadership, Xbox became less about winning hardware and more about owning the ecosystem. Game Pass succeeded, cloud expanded, but console sales stagnated, and exclusives struggled to land consistently. Phil didn't fail, but the industry changed faster than Xbox could adapt. Alongside Phil Spencer stood Sarah Bond, president of Xbox. She wasn't the face, she was the operator. Sarah Bond oversaw platform strategy, creator ecosystem, partnerships, and business development. She played a critical role in expanding Xbox across PC, cloud, and mobile. She helped guide Xbox through the Activision Blizzard acquisition, including testimony during regulatory battle. Under her leadership, Xbox became more open, but also more complex. And when Phil stepped down, many expected Sarah to take the helm. She didn't, and shortly after, she chose to leave Xbox entirely. That moment wasn't just a resignation, it was a reset. In February 2026, Microsoft made its most controversial decision yet. They appointed Asha Sharma as CEO of Microsoft Gaming. Not a lifelong game executive, not a studio head, but a platform builder. Asha Sharma comes from Microsoft's core AI division. Before that, Meta, Instacart, and platform scale leadership roles. Her expertise isn't games, it's systems, infrastructure, global scale, and long-term platform sustainability. And that terrifies some gamers, but it excites Microsoft. When Asha Sharma addressed Team Xbox, she didn't talk about AI replacing creativity. She didn't talk about abandoning consoles. She said three things: great games, a return to Xbox, and the future of play. She explicitly stated that console remains the reference experience, not an afterthought, not a legacy product, but the foundation. This leadership shift changes everything. Phil Spencer built the ecosystem. Sarah Bond scaled the platform. Asha Sharma is now tasked with making it sustainable. That means a renewed focus. Microsoft isn't walking away from Xbox. They're doubling down, but with discipline, better hardware planning, cleaner messaging, and a console strategy that actually aligns with the ecosystem, not fights it. And that brings us to Project Helix. Helix isn't just a console, it's the product of everything Xbox has learned from failure, from success, and from leadership change. For the first time in years, Xbox has a chance to move forward, not divided but aligned. Enter Xbox Helix. Not a box, not a generation, a platform. Helix represents Microsoft collapsing the wall between. Multi-chiplet architecture allows scalability. Deep Windows integration eliminates translation layers. Modular design breaks the 7-year console cycle. This isn't about raw power anymore. It's about infrastructure dominance. And then there's Magus, the rumored high-end configuration, a PC class Xbox. Magus suggests tiered Xbox hardware, different price points, different power levels, one ecosystem. That's dangerous because it risks fragmenting developers and confusing consumers. But if it works, Xbox becomes untouchable. So here's the question: if Xbox Helix succeeds, do you still own your games, or are you just renting access? Is this freedom from hardware or end of physical gaming forever? Xbox has always been bold, sometimes too bold. The Red Ring nearly killed it. The Xbox One buried its dominance. And Helix is the biggest gamble yet. If it fails, Xbox may never recover. But if it succeeds, Xbox won't be a console. It'll be the backbone of gaming itself. If this video made you think, like it. If you care about gaming's future, like us, subscribe and follow. You can find us on every platform: Twitter, X, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook and Twitch. It helps smaller sites and channels like ours immensely and costs you nothing. And comment below: is Xbox Helix the future or the final mistake? Because this time the stakes aren't just about Xbox, they're about all of us.